So I'm going to look at the second general equation for a circle in this video. Before I do that, I'm just going to go back over the first equation just to link it in to the second one, okay? So if you're given the equation of a circle looking like this, so x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared is equal to 25. So the left-hand side is not multiplied out, it's left like that. You can look at this formula here on page 19. It's in the same form, and it says that x minus h squared plus y minus k squared has a center of plus h plus k. So x minus 3, x minus h. So h must be equal to 3 here. Y plus 2, y minus k. So minus k is equal to plus 2. So that means plus k is equal to minus 2. So you just flip the signs when you're getting the center for these. But the center of this circle would be 3 minus 2. And then on the right hand side you have r squared. So r squared is equal to 25, which just means the radius is equal to square root of 25, 5. So the center is equal to 3 minus 2, and the radius is equal to 5 using this formula here. All right, so if I got a question in that form and needed to get the center and the radius, absolutely it would be that h and k formula that I use. What if I get something where the left-hand side is multiplied out? Okay, so I'll just very quickly multiply that left-hand side out, and then we'll look at what we get then. So x minus 3 to be squared is x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 equals 25. And just so it's in the form that the second equation's in, I'm just going to move everything to the left hand side here. So I've got x squared, I've got plus y squared, I've got minus 6x, I've got plus 4y, and then on the left hand side I've got 9 plus 4 is 13. If I bring the 25 over, it'll be minus 25. 13 minus 25 is minus 12. Alright, so all I've done there is multiply it out and just move it around, but this and this is the same thing. Okay, so x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. That is also the equation of a circle. Alright, now it's not in this form anymore, so I can't just pick the h and k off. Alright, I can't pick the r squared off from this either, even if I move the minus 12 over. It's not in this form, so I just can't use this equation at all. Alright, but when the left hand side is multiplied out, that's when you can use the second equation of a circle. So x squared plus y squared, yeah, I've got that, plus 2gx plus 2fy. So g and f there are just numbers, so just plus something x plus something y, something x, something y, yeah, plus c just being a number, yeah, I've got that. So I'm in this form now, okay? And when you have got an equation in that form, the center of the circle is minus g minus f. So I'm going to use these two terms here to work out g and f, and they're going to give me the center. And then the radius, a little bit more complicated than up here, it's the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. So I'm going to have to work out the g and f, which I've done already, and then just do something with that and see. All right, so let's use this formula here. So first thing I need to do is work out g and f. So just comparing the form that these are in. So the formula is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So this is where I'm going to work out my g from, just comparing those terms. These terms, that's where I'm going to get my f from. My c is straightforward enough. Alright, so first thing to do is just work out g and work out f. Alright, You'll see then that the center is minus g minus f. So what I would say here is just do everything very much step by step. Don't try and kind of skip steps here and jump forward and look ahead to what the answer will be. It's really easy to get the sign mixed up. So just comparing 2gx is equal to minus 6x. Okay, so we're just comparing those terms because they're in the same place in the formula and in the actual equation I've got here. So 2gx is equal to minus 6. I've got an x on both sides, so I can cancel that. So I've got 2g is equal to minus 6. So that means g is equal to minus 6 over 2. So g is equal to minus 3. All right. For here then, 4y is equal to 2fy. So y on both sides cancel. So you've got 4 is equal to 2f. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to f. So 2 is equal to f. So I've worked out g, I've worked out f now, and then c is straightforward enough. C is just equal to minus 12. So what's the center of this circle? Well, the center is, remember, minus g minus f. So if g is minus 3, well then minus g is 3. And if f is plus 2, minus f will be minus 2. So there's your center, 3 minus 2. And we see it's the same answer I got up here, and that's what I would expect. All right. The radius then, so to get the radius, I need to do the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. So g is minus 3, so it's minus 3 squared plus f is 2. Minus c then is minus 12, so it's minus 12. You can just plug that into the calculator and get your answer, but just to do it, get a step by step. Minus 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, minus 12 is plus 12, 13 and 12 is 25, so square root of 25, so my answer is equal to 5. All right, so there's my radius of 5 and my center of 3 minus 2. So I've got the same answers as I got up there, which is what I would expect. Okay, so if you get your equation in this form here, absolutely just use that h and k and r squared formula, and there's your center and your radius. Okay, if you get the equation in this form here, you're not really going to be able to get it back to this. Okay, so if you get it in this form here, then you're using the g, f, and c formula to get the center and the radius. Okay, so what I would say is if you get it in that form, there's no need to multiply it out and then use the g, f, and c. If you get it in that form, it's easier to use. Okay, so use those. That's why if we're ever asked to maybe get the equation of a circle given this information, we will just plug it into the h and k and r and leave it unmultiplied out on the left hand side, because that's less complicated. It's easy. We can quickly read off the center of this circle. It's easier to use, I would say, in this form than this form, certainly for reading off the center and the radius anyway. So the form you get the question in will dictate what formula you use. Okay, so left hand side not multiplied out, use the h and k formula. Left hand side multiplied out and everything moved to the left hand side equal to 0, use the g, f, and c formula. Okay, so I'll just do 2 more examples over here using the g, f, and c, and wrap it up then. So x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, so it is in the form that I want. Okay, if it said, say, equals 12 or something like that, I would just multiply, bring it over, and it will become minus 12. All right, so you can always look, you can write the formula down beside it if that helps, just to really easily pick the terms off. So x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. So it's quite a similar one to the example I've done, just a couple of the signs have changed. So your 2gx is equal to minus 4x. So just comparing those. So cancel the x from both sides, divide both sides by 2, and you get g is equal to minus 2. Over here then, I've got 2fy is equal to minus 6y. So cancel the y from both sides, divide both sides by 2, and I get f is equal to minus 3. And c is equal to minus 12 again. So my g is minus 2, my f is minus 3, my c is minus 12. So my center is minus g minus f. So that's going to be plus 2 plus 3. So 2, 3 is the center of that circle. My radius then is going to be the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. So 4 plus 9 plus 12, so that's going to be 25 again. So the radius is equal to 5 there. All right, so center is 2, 3, radius is 5. So it was in this form, so I use this for the center, this for the radius. You won't use this formula down here for the tangent in the same way. You don't use this one up here. So the only things you're using are this formula here and the hk and or, this formula here with the minus gf and the g squared, f squared, and c. You don't use this, you don't use this. This one here then, so 3x squared plus 3y squared, etc. So this is kind of pretty much in the form that I would expect, but just be careful here. The equation is just x squared plus y squared. So you don't want coefficients in front of the x and the y. Okay, so if you get one in this form, you need to divide across to get rid of the coefficients in front of the x and the y. All right, so 3x squared and 3y squared. I'm going to need to divide everything here by 3 just to get rid of those coefficients to make it into this form here. Okay, it would always be the same coefficient in front of the x squared and the y squared. Okay, if it's not, it's not a circle. Okay, so a circle, equation of a circle will have an x squared and a y squared in it. And the coefficient on both will be equal. All right, so you can't have like 4x squared plus 3y squared and have to worry about what to divide across. It will always be the same coefficient in front of both. So dividing across by 3 here, 3x squared divided by 3. So x squared plus y squared. Don't forget to divide everything. So minus 18 divided by 3 is 6. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 33 divided by 3 is 11. All right, so that's the first thing I need to do, divide across by 3, and now it's in this form that I want. Okay, so just pick out what you need. So 2gx is equal to minus 6x, 2fy is equal to 8y, and c is equal to minus 11. So if 2gx is equal to minus 6x, cancel the x from both sides. So 2g is equal to minus 6, so g is equal to minus 3. If 2fy is equal to 8y, cancel the y's from both sides. So 2f is equal to 8, divide both sides by 2, and you get f is equal to 4. So you've got your g, f, and c now, so now it's just a matter of using these two facts here. So your center is equal to minus g minus f. So that would be minus 3, so plus 3 minus 4. So there's your center. And your radius then, so it's g squared plus f squared minus c. I always write the formula. So g squared plus f squared minus c. So that's equal to, minus 3 squared plus 4 squared minus 11. So 3 squared, that's 9. So just like I said, you can plug that straight into the calculator if you want. So it's the square root of minus 3 squared. Always be careful when you're squaring negative numbers. That's how you enter it into the calculator. So use the brackets and the squared outside the bracket. So plus 4 squared minus 11. And that's equal to 6. Okay. So 3 squared, 9 plus 16 is 25 plus 11 there would be 36. So it is, the square root of 36, which is equal to 6. So my radius there is 6. All right, so there's my center. There's my radius using the G, F, and C. Okay, so just again, to briefly summarize, you will use whichever formula here the question dictates. Okay, so if you get the formula or the equation, sorry, of your circle in this form here, use the H and K. If you get it in this form here, use G, F, and C. All right. I will do the other kind of main use of G, F, and C on our course in a separate video.